Recently, Donald Trump issued a warning against Iran, which is very explosive and chilling. Let us discuss in simple terms what the matter is. The tension between the USA and Iran is likely to worsen over the upcoming 4 years, as Donald Trump is now the leader of the USA, and he is the most pro-Israel leader in US history. So, it eventually means that US-Iran relations will become more aggressive. As you may be aware, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been invited to the USA to meet with Donald Trump. He is the first leader of any foreign country invited by Trump, so it pretty much sums up that the topic of Iran is bound to be discussed in the USA. By the way, I am thinking of making a separate video on the arrival of Benjamin Netanyahu in the USA and Trump's blunt statement on Gaza, but right now, let us focus on Iran. What happened is that before doing a joint press talk with Benjamin Netanyahu, Donald Trump held another press conference, as he usually does in the Oval Office to let people know more about his executive orders. During the press conference, an execution file was suddenly handed over to him, in which there was a mention of Iran. Basically, in that order, it was mentioned that the US will impose maximum sanctions on Iran, so that Iran will eventually sign a nuclear peace treaty. This, however, is not going to happen. But other than restoring maximum pressure on Iran, in that executive order, Trump also mentioned other things, which are very concerning. Since the first term of Donald Trump as US president, if you are familiar with US politics, you might be aware of the political atmosphere that Iran might try to assassinate Donald Trump because of his pro-Israel policy. To confirm this conspiracy, Iran even released a video where the Iranian government showed their plan to assassinate Donald Trump, which, of course, I can't show you here. For that reason, you could say that Donald Trump is always much more aware and short-tempered toward Iran. Also, many experts in the US believe that Donald Trump may not complete his 4-year term this time. Something might happen to him, or in simple terms, there are chances that Iran might assassinate Donald Trump. And Donald Trump himself is also aware of this. So, he signed a very explosive executive order regarding Iran, where he left instructions for the country to be obliterated if it attempts to assassinate him. He emphasized that any such action would result in severe retaliation. And here is the video of Donald Trump while signing that executive order. I want to show you.
It's Iran and their proxies who have threatened to retaliate against you and your team by killing you guys for taking out Soleimani.
Well, they haven't done that, and that would be a terrible thing for them to do, not because of me. If they did that, they would be obliterated. That'd be the end. I've left instructions. If they do it, they get obliterated. There won't be anything left. And they shouldn't be able to do it. And Biden should have said that, but he never did. I don't know why, lack of intelligence, perhaps. But he never said it. If that happens to a leader, or close to a leader, frankly, if you had other people involved also, you would call for total obliteration of a state that did it. That would include Iran.
Now, the problem with this kind of policy is that, suppose any other country assassinates Trump, let's assume any country, or even Israel itself, what will happen is that it would surely be covered up as if Iran did this dirty job. It would be easy to blame Iran, and Iran is not a big player in the global economy, so eventually, a lot of sinister things might happen. A country leader or opposition might go to any length to save their profile and interest. And Donald Trump has a lot of haters. If we remove about 10 to 12 leaders, then most world leaders do not like Donald Trump, and it is a fact. So anything could happen, and all the blame will easily be shifted toward Iran. Even last year, in the month of July, when an assassination attempt on Trump failed by just 1 centimeter, all the blame was attempted to be shifted toward Iran. So, you can understand how concerning things actually are. Now, after this, Trump also posted on his Truth social media regarding Iran, where he basically stated that he wants Iran to be a great, successful country, but without nuclear bombs. And if necessary, the US and Israel will do a joint military operation against Iran and turn Iran into ashes. Now, Iran will not accept such statements coming from the US. It knows that Trump is the US president for 4 years, so they will just patiently need to tolerate Trump for that much time, and they will eventually do it. If the US directly goes to war against Iran, as Donald Trump stated, it will not be good news for the world economy. A fight with Iran will surely also cause collateral damage to the US. So, in simple terms, Trump is trying to create fear of the US not just in front of Iran but in front of the whole world. As always, the next 4 years will be very dramatic, chilling, and disastrous for many countries. At last, I want to say, hope you all have a wonderful day.